Okay. Are we centered?
Yes.
Okay.
We're always centered.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, so you know why we're here. Reverend Jabbo met me when?
2003?
Yeah. So she's been around for a while. And practiced with many other teachers. And she, as Sunyananda said, her practice is now ripe. It's one thing, you know, we start, and you, if you haven't yet, you will experience what koans are, or kongans. They help us in our practice. Some people don't prefer to do it. I think it's an expedient means. But it's one thing to have personal insight. It's another thing to help others with their insight. And this is why we do this as an apprenticeship. Some people don't finish it, some people do. And if they do, then they get to receive what is called Inga and become an independent Zen teacher if they choose so, or they can choose to remain with the Sangha. So far, everyone has remained, except for one, who now is a Catholic bishop. Dharma holder authorization. With this certificate, I hereby recognize Sandy Guga's original name, Reverend Jabbo Prajna, J.D., Buddhist name, as a Dharma holder within the Zen Buddhist tradition. As a Dharma holder, she is now given supervised permission to accept students, lead them through the foundational teachings and practices of our tradition, in addition to engaging in introductory Kongan practice with permissions granted on a case-by-case basis. With this recognition, Reverend Jabbo is viewed as a senior student and assistant teacher of the New Mind Buddhist Meditation Society, duly actualizing the Dharma in her daily life, sworn this date, May 3rd, 2014, in the witness of the Three Jewels at Mount Baldy Zen Center. Signed, Venerable Wanji Dharma Thich Duc Hien, it's my Vietnamese name. So congratulations. You.
Yeah, both snaps and claps.
And lady, next victim. So the following is all the same, so I'm just going to read this the beginning, not to be too redundant. Dharma holder authorization. With this certificate, I hereby recognize Chris Hoff, original name, Reverend Bonjo Prajna, Buddhist name, as a Dharma holder within the Zen Buddhist tradition. With this recognition, Reverend Bonjok is viewed as a senior student and assistant teacher of the Ocean Eye Zen Center, duly actualizing the Dharma in his day-to-day life. Sworn this date, May 3rd, 2014, in the witness of the Three Jewels at Mount Baldy Zen Center. So congratulations, man. All right, so now we get to hear
Not
their
quite.
speeches. No?
Bows.
Huh?
You bows to the Sangha.
Oh, just stand.
Yeah, so if you guys want to stand up. So we're good. The Sangha and the students all exchange bows, which just means we recognize one another and are working in service of one another for their practice. So for everyone to stand, put your hands in Hapchang. We'll do 3 bows. So we don't have a moktok, so we'll say Kyungye. So Hapchang, Kyungye.
Kyungye.
Hapchang, Kyungye.
Kyungye.
Hapchang, Kyungye.
Yay.
Okay, very good. Now we have speeches. Reverend Dr. Jabo.
Reverend Doctor.
Wonderful Sangha. That's what I want to talk about briefly. There's a story about the Buddha's assistant and cousin Ananda. There are many stories about him, but one in particular, where he comes to the Buddha and he's sitting next to him, and there's certain rituals that go on ahead of time, but then finally he settles in, and he's sitting next to the Buddha, and he says, and I can imagine a setting much like this, and he says, isn't this half the holy life? Admirable friendship, admirable camaraderie, admirable companionship. And the Buddha says, don't say that, Ananda, don't say that. Admirable friendship, admirable camaraderie, and admirable companionship is the whole of the holy life. That is what Sangha is. And I am very honored to be a member of this Sangha and affiliated with other Sanghas. Thanks, Mikey. Okay, I'm going to go around this way. It's easier for me than going up and down.
In and out of samsara, right?
Yeah. And so I want to leave you all with one question that I want you to ponder and get back to me on, individually and collectively. How may I serve you?
Reverend Bunjok.
Hello, great Sangha. I was thinking about, I might get emotional, but I was thinking about,
Project your voice.
I was walking down the path by myself to get something out of my car, and I was thinking about, this appearing, how the Dharma has things appearing in our lives, and I was thinking of Jennifer, who came with me, and Sam, who came with me, who have been sitting with the Oceanized Zen group, and thank you, sir. And Jennifer and I knew each other in high school, but we hadn't seen each other in probably 30 years, maybe. And Sam, who I just met at a class I was giving at a yoga studio down by where we were at, and I just think that how wonderful that is, that the Dharma puts people into your life like that. And I think of my great teacher as well, who, I got to tell you guys that I've been around Zen a long time, and I've sat with a lot of teachers, and I'm not a joiner by any means. And but when I met my teacher, and he taught me Bodhidharma's family motto, of which you are all a part by being here, and that family motto being, how may I help you? I knew I wanted to study with him, and I knew that that's what he was about. And so here I am in robes, becoming a teacher, sitting with all of you, a place I never thought I would be, but isn't that how the Dharma works, right? Isn't that how the Dharma works? So thank you. And thank you, great song.
So we'll recite the four great vows if you'll put your palms together. Sentient
Beings
beings are numberless.
We vow to save them all. Delusions are endless. We vow to cut through them all. The teachings are infinite. We vow to learn them all. The Buddha way is inconceivable. We vow to attain it.
And we'll have a congratulatory speech from Venerable Dr. Wanji Dharma. Alright,
He is first.
So, interesting. Two Dharma holders appear. This year, we lost a Dharma aunt early in the year. End of last year, Sunyananda and I lost our teacher. So on Monday, we're going to visit our new teacher. So yes, we have fancy robes and fancy titles, but we don't stop practicing either. There's always something we can learn, and we teach each other. This is important. It's very important to realize that roles are constantly shifting back and forth, back and forth. So students learn from teachers, and teachers learn from students. And teachers study with teachers, and teachers study with students. So this, as our abbot said, our national abbot, there is no time frame for this. Most of the time, these people are reluctant. And I kind of have to kick them and say, oh, I think it's necessary to do this now. For those who want a Zen stick, I will take it from you. When you truly no longer want a Zen stick, then it is possible. So as our family grows, so too will many more people bloom and flower in the Dharma. This is not about keeping this to ourselves. There are 7+ billion people on this planet, and I think I don't have to tell you, but the entire world is on fire. How do you escape from being burned? Thank you for all coming today, and thank you for sharing in this precious moment. We've done this publicly for a reason. Now you know they're not just making it up. So thank you all for coming today.
So would someone please put out the Shunyata candles? Could you get that, Aman? Yeah. Okay, great, thank you. Do we have any announcements? What are we doing next?
There's 2 more groups to complete the interviews.
So we're going to go back to the Zendo and sit for a while, and we'll come talk to our new teachers. We have group photo on here, so let's do that, yeah? Should we do it up here? Sure. So, we'll arrange, I guess, up here for a group photo.
Should I turn it off or?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.